Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this video we are going to learn about the most important questions on the poem TINTERN ABBEY which was written by William Wordsworth. So let us not waste our time, let us get into the questions. First question, how does the speaker react to nature? The speaker was in awe of it as a child but finds deeper meaning in it as an adult. Second question, two main aspects of romanticism that Wordsworth uses in the poem are nature and past. Third question, if solitude or fear or pain or grief should be the portion, whom Wordsworth is referring to? Dorothy. Fourth question, nature never did betray, loved her. This line is from TINTERN ABBEY. Fifth question, the poet visited Tintern first time in 1793 when he is 23 years old. Sixth question, the poem is divided into 5 sections. Seventh question, the poem is written in blank words. Eighth question, we are laid asleep, living soul. This line is from Tintern ABBEY. Ninth question, Tintern ABBEY poem is a dramatic lyric. 10th question, opening lines of this poem. 5 years have passed, 5 summers with a length of 5 winters. 11th question, more dear both for themselves and for their sake. The word they stands for Dorothy Wordsworth. 12th question, the poet adds Dorothy in the 5th section. 13th question, how did the poet feel at Way Valley? He was comfortable and happy. 14th question. The poem was published in 1798 in first publication of Lyrical Ballads as the last poem of it. 15th question. These pastoral farms green to the very door and wreaths of smoke sent up in silence from among the trees. Which poetic device is referred here? Imagery. 16th question, who is the friend in the poem? Dorothy. 17th question, the theory of blessed mood appears in TINTERN ABBEY. 18th question, as in a landscape to a blind man's eyes. This line appears in TINTERN ABBEY. 19th question, pagan means an ancient pre-Christian Greek who believes in several gods and goddesses. 20th question, how does the sounding cataract haunt Wordsworth? Like a passion. 21st question, Wordsworth compares himself with a roe in the poem. 22nd question, the still sad music of humanity. This line is from TINTERN ABBEY. 23rd question, Wordsworth reveals his views on nature in TINTERN ABBEY. 24th question, who is the silent listener in the poem? His sister, Dorothy Wordsworth. 25th question, the still sad music of humanity is one of the stages in development of Wordsworth's views on nature. 26th, the sounding cataract haunted me like a passion. Which poetic device is referred here? Simile. 27th question, Wordsworth calls the river Way a slime. 28th, these hedgerows hardly hedgerows. What figure of speech is used in this line? Alliteration. 29th question, like a roe, I bounded over the mountains by the sides. Name the poetic device. Simile. 30th question, who founded TINTERN ABBEY? Walter D. Clare, Lord of Chepstow. 31st question, when was it founded? 9th May 1131. 32nd question, the phrase abundant recompense appears in TINTERN ABBEY. 33rd question, half extinguished thoughts. Name the figure of speech used in this line. Metaphor. 34th question, nature appears in the poem as the nurse, the guide, and the guardian. 35th question. May I behold in the may I behold in thee what I was once. This refers to Dharoti. 36th question. We stood together, and that so long, a worshipper of nature hither came unwearied in that service. Rather say, who are we in this sentence? Wordsworth and Dharoti. 37th question. Which at this season with their unripe fruits are clad in one green hair? Name the figure of speech. Personification. 38th question. In which poem Wordsworth suggests a return to natural and simple living as the only remedy for human wretchedness? TINTERN, ABBEY. 39th question. Wordsworth poems mostly deal with humble and rustic life. 40th question. Felt in the blood and the felt along the heart, and passing even into my purer mind with tranquil restoration. 41st question. Where does the poet situated as he describes the landscape? Under a sycamore tree a few miles above TINTERN, ABBEY. 42nd question. What is TINTERN? It is the name of a village on the bank of the river Wey. 43rd question. What is TINTERN, ABBEY? A medieval church of Cistercian monks. 44th question. Where is TINTERN, ABBEY located? Monmouthshire, Wales. 45th question. What is the greatest source of human happiness and fulfillment? The natural world. 46th question. In which season in 1793 the poet visited TINTERN, ABBEY? That is in summer, June 1793. 47th question. In which year Wordsworth returned from France? In the winter of 1792. 48th question. Where is TINTERN, ABBEY situated? England. 49th question. When did Wordsworth return to TINTERN again? On July 13, 1798, after 5 years. 50th question. TINTERN, ABBEY first published in September 1798. 51st question. What is the quality of its theme? It's reflective. 52nd question. Wey is situated on the banks of a great river of Wales. 53rd question. Where does the Wey River flow? Through the central Wales and enters southwest England. 54th question. What is the main theme of this poem? Wordsworth's love of nature, represented finally as mystical pantheism. 55. Wordsworth born on April 7, 1770 in Cockermouth, Cumberland, England, and he died on April 23, 1850. 56th question. When did he become poet laureate? In 1850. 57. Number of lines in this poem? 160 lines. 58th question. What is the treatment of nature in the poem? The poetic thought consists of 5 harmonious parts. First one consists of 21 lines. It gives the theme the beauty of Wey Valley. Second part, the benefits of the memories of his first visit. The third part deals with he expresses his gratitude to the Wey. In the fourth part, he indirectly describes the stages of his love of nature. In the fifth part, he addresses to his sister Dorothy. 59th question. The speaker in the poem is reflecting his past. 60th question. Writing style of the poem is blank verse. So, friends, these are the most important questions from this poem, and these questions will be very helpful for your competitive exams, NET and SET preparation also. Please do subscribe, share and comment. Thank you one and all. Meet you again in the next video.